we're not done yet in giving you much awaited matches here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum for the 2022 Shakey Super League Collegiate Preseason Tournament. Two NCAA teams clashing off for their fourth game. One came from a win, another was off to a rough start. And I'm talking about the San Sebastian College of Recoletos and the Lyceum of the Philippines University. Sheila Salaysay together with, of course, Kayla Reyes, and our courtside reporter for the sport match is Angel Oclinaria, completing the panel and bringing you this action. We've had a 5-setter match earlier, Kayla, and this time, what can we expect from this game?
Of course, hi Sheila and hi to all our viewers. Another familiar opponent or familiar matchup we're seeing today between the San Sebastian Lady Stags and the Lyceum Lady Pirates. So we're expecting maybe another 5-setter match. Of course, these two teams are so talented, and yeah. So let's see what we have in store for us today.
Yeah, you've mentioned already they are familiar foes because nagtapat na nga sila dati sa NCAA. But before we get to that, let's look at our Shakey's pre-huddle of the game and see the updated team standings. Discuss muna natin what happened kanina in the match earlier. That's from Pool A. UP already taking the solo spot for Pool A dahil tinalo nga nila dito ang UE in 5-setter. Now this time, transferring to Pool B, Lyceum having a 1 win. Of course, San Sebastian still trying, to find their spark and getting their first W in this tournament.
And of course, Lyceum will do their best to try and to tie UST, and of course, to get back-to-back wins as well.
That's great. You've already mentioned on that one. But now let's take a look at what happened to San Sebastian's last match performance. They lost to Adamson Lady Falcons in straight sets. No, ang laking difference nga when it comes to their points and scores in that last match.
Yes, looking at the stats of the last game, halatang mas nakalamang ang Adamson that game, and the San Sebastian Recoletos really has to make the necessary adjustments in terms of their spikes, blocks, and their aces, or how they are in the service line if they wanna win today versus Lyceum.
That's correct. Now, they were looking to bounce back in their match, but unfortunately fell to their second straight defeat. Now they are opting, to get another W as we look that we had on their team, or they have on their team this Rookie of the Year, Kat Santos, but apparently she is struggling in their last 2 games.
Of course, we all know Kat Santos has really been one of San Sebastian's go-to players, and she has to be producing more though for her team. As we see here versus UST and Adamson, she only had 4 points.
That's correct. And we can expect, or we want to see more from this lady on this team. Now, let's take a look on the other part of the court, as this is Lyceum's previous match performance. They won over AAC Lady Generals in 4 sets, and this time it was a close match for these two squads.
And again, looking at the stats from Lyceum's last game, we can see they were more dominant with their attacks versus EAC, and of course, they overall were the more consistent team.
That's correct. They ended their campaign with a rousing 4-set victory. And of course, the Lady Generals, they stayed composed. They had players like Jonna Dolorito and Sonsi Daha, while showing poise as they turned back the Lady Generals. But this lady really performed excellently for this team, and that is Joan Doguna.
Of course, Joan Daguna with 14 points, 11 of it coming from her attacks and 3 aces, which really shows how aggressive she is on the front line and on the back line as well. And of course, her 3 aces shows how efficient she really is on that service line.
That's correct, and that's why she is on the rise, and we hope that she will continue to contribute and deliver the goods for her team. Now, we'll find out who will be able to take this first W for today's match. Is it going to be the San Sebastian Lady Stags, or will it be the Lyceum Lady Pirates for our 4th match? So grab a drink kung ano man ang meron kayo, because this is going to be another long haul of a game. Shakey's Super League returns.
captain is number 10, Venice Puzon. Their starting libero, number 11, Cams Pelaro. Number 1, Kat Gallardo. Number 3, Jaja Tulang. Number 4, Lois Santa Maria. Number 6, Jewel Maligmat. Number 9, Baby Mar Colliado. Number 12, Joan Doguna. Number 13, Rita Perez. Number 14, Maika Daya. Number 15, Shona Dolorito. Number 16, Sonji Dahab. Number 18, Maricar Maniakap. Second libero is number 5, Light Lopez. And now let's meet the San Sebastian College Recoletos Lady Stags. Their team captain is number 9, Vea Sison. Libero is number 3, Jewel Vermilio. Number 1, Kat Santos. Number 2, Rayan Cañete. Number 4, Tina Marasigan. Number 5, Carmela Ramos. Number 6, Roxanne Tan. Number 8, KJ Jonicio. Number 9, Vea Sison. Number 10, Camille Tan. Number 11, Ivane Santa Maria. Number 12, Chasile Lumibao. Number 14, Bianca Ordonia. Number 16, Alyssa San Juan. And their second libero is number 15, Claire Borja. First referee, Erwin Lou Cordero, national referee. Second referee is Choi Bukit, national referee. And now let's meet the starting lineups first for the San Sebastian Lady Stags. Outside hitter number 1, Kat Santos. Opposite spiker number 2, Rayan Cañete. Outside hitter number 4, Tina Marasigan. Middle blocker number 8, KJ Jonicio. Center number 9, Vea Sison. And middle blocker number 10, Amaka Tan. Starting libero is number 3, Maymay Vermilio. The head coach of the Lady Stags is Roger Gorayev. And now the starting 6 for the LPU Lady Pirates. Opposite spiker number 3, Jaja Tulang. Outside hitter number 6, Jewel Maligmat. Center is team captain number 10, Venice Puzon. Middle blocker number 14, Maika Daya. Outside hitter number 15, Shona Dolorito. Middle blocker is number 16, Sonji Dahab. Starting libero is number 11, Cams Pelaro. The head coach of LPU is Cromwell Garcia. This is match number 24 between San Sebastian and LPU.
For our starters, you have Kat Santos, Ryan Cañete, Cristina Marasigan, Christine Dionisio, Alexia Season Amakatan, Jewel Belmilio for the San Sebastian. And on the other side, this is for Coach Cromwell Garcia. And we have Belaro, Dahab, Daya, Maligmat, Huzon, and Tulang, Jaja Tulang. These girls, these two teams, of course, the usual lineups. And let's talk about briefly, how this their last meeting of those two teams that happened in the NCAA. Of course, season 97, dahil natapos nga itong laro nila in 5 sets. So, it was Dolorito, I believe, who actually made a lot of points in that match. But this is our first set of our 4th match, and this is brought to you by Shakey's Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Great start for Lyceum. That is their first point from a service ace. Season. With a drop off right there, pero nakuha yan. Dolorito. Excellent swing. Cross-court attack.
Great attack coming from Jonna Dolorito, and she's one of their go-to players. Actually, this Lyceum team is stacked with a lot of their veterans, and I don't think anyone graduated coming from that last NCAA season.
That's going to be
A lifting
Yes.
violation called on
the Lyceum. Of course. This time it's Season, the setter for San Sebastian. Puzon setting this one up to Dolorito as well. Over the blockers, and yes, that is successful for Cristina Marasigan.
good attack coming from Tina Marasigan, but there was also some sort of miscommunication in the LPU defense.
That's correct. I like how aggressive Belaro is, the libero of Lyceum, asking the server, dito mo dalhin yung bola.
She's actually really one of their veterans, and I think it's on her last playing year already for her squad.
Making the most of her time with the Lyceum Lady Pirates. Pero this is Baste getting another point from that attack error. Season, this is the playmaker on the side of Coach Roger. Drop worked that time, and that is Sonsi Dahab.
Great look coming from Zonsi Dahab in that last attack. Seeing na nakabuka talaga yung donut hole ng San Sebastian.
Season setting this one up. That time, Cañete. Pero derecho sa net ang bola. Back-to-back errors being committed here.
Of course, Ryan Cañete was NCAA Season 97's best opposite spiker. So a lot is expected from her today.
That's right. Free ball ang ibibigay dito sa Lyceum. She was blocked at the net. No coverage on the side of the Pirates.
Great timing coming from that block tandem of Amakatan and Cañete. Timing that block perfectly.
Good first ball. From the opposite, that Dolorito finding a way through the blocker's hands to get that point. Dolorito leading the way or paving the way for Lyceum, in winning in their last game against San Sebastian in the NCAA. But that last setup, everybody Before celebrating, maagang regalo dito. Ang ganda ng timing. So on si Dahab again getting a point. Good the first ball, pero hindi yan nahabol ni Season. Another service ace.
Great serve coming from Jonah Dolorito. Maririnig mo talaga yung contact niya sa bola eh. Ang ganda, yung buong palad niya talagang tumatama sa bola. And ang sobrang bilis ng kanyang serve din.
Kargado pa. Yun ang advantage niya dito. Creating a play this time in the middle. Tan just hitting that towards the net. Papatawag dito ng timeout. This is our first technical timeout lamang dito. Ang Lyceum, 8-4.
And we're back here at Shakey Super League. I am Angel Oclinario, your courtside reporter for today. Coming off from a winner's high, the Lady Pirates continues this momentum by maintaining what Coach Cromwell Garcia would always tell them: play their game and just enjoy every match. What really helped the team was the bubble training for 2 months, which built their confidence, familiarity, and maturity as a team. Now, the question is, how far will these take them? Will they retain their current standing and finish it stronger this time? Or will this be a redemption game for the Lady Stags? What do you think, Kayla and Sheila?
Thank you for that, Angel. Well, isa lang ang alam namin dito. Medyo mahaba itong laro na to. The same way, when this two squads faced off in their previous tournament. But we are seeing a long rally earlier, and that time, Dolorito able to finish that rally.
And Dolorito really proving how efficient she is for her squad. Mapa frontline man yan or mapa backline eh.
That's right. At kaya naman, lumalaki na nga dito ang kalamangan ng Lyceum.
But that serve just going too long for Jonah Dolorito.
Which will not count on their end, but that is a point added to the score of San Sebastian. Good first ball. Puson setting this one up. Cross-court attack that time. And that is Jaja Tulang.
And Jaja Tulang is really so versatile. I know opposite isn't the only position she plays, but whatever position coach puts her in, she's able to deliver for
And
her team.
that spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. The defense at the net. At nagawa pang makover yun on the side of San Sebastian. But still not able to put that ball over. Another point gained here for the Pirates. Good first ball this time, Season. And to Jonicio, you can see that connection in that last setup. Cañete serving for San Sebastian. Also one of the steady contributors of Coach Roger. But that time off the block, you can see that it's not one player able to contribute on the side of Lyceum, but everybody seems to be working or playing their role inside.
And props to Venice or Ming Puson for being able to utilize all her spikers.
That's correct. Good work right there, Season. To Santos down the line, but that was saved. Lack of communication right there. Left hand drop worked. Again, that is Kat Santos.
Great adjust coming from Kat Santos. That set was close to the net, but she was still able to do something out of it.
She is the reigning Rookie of the Year. Very promising athlete. Pero yung putos na yun, madali namang nabalik at nakuha ng Lyceum. Maligmat hitting from the open. Timeout again called here by Coach Roger Gurayev.
Gustuhan nyo, wala tayong nakukuha sa palo nila, oh. Huwag kayong basta tatayo, tingnan nyo yung kamay kung saan kakabig yung bola. Kayo mga black, tingnan nyo rin, hindi yung basta tatalong kayo. Hindi naman magpapatama sa kamay niya yan eh. Iiwas at iiwas yan eh. So yun ang hanapin nyo kung saan niya kakabig yung bola. Wala tayong depensa. Chance ball na, nag-aagawan pa kayong dalawa. Puro ka ganyan eh.
Let's go! As we heard in that last timeout called by Coach Roger Gorayev, medyo wala talagang depensa as of the moment yung San Sebastian. And of course, they have a lack of communication since nagkakabanggaan at nagkakatinginan lang yung mga players.
But those are, I believe, the common reminders yung most coaches give their players, lalo na pag nakakalamang na nga dito yung kalaban. Kailangan nyo lang mag-usap, ayusin yung reception. But that time will not help San Sebastian as Lyceum gets another service ace courtesy of Maligmat. And this serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey's Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Another jump serve right here. Season. That one cross-court attack pero nakuha dito ni Belaro. This time, Dolorito again ang gumawa ng puntos para sa Lady Pirates.
Great attack coming from Donna Dolorito. Just knowing where to place that ball and seeing na hindi naka-establish yung depensa ng San Sebastian on that last play. Which is why she opted to target zone 1 instead.
The maturity, right, at of course, strategy of Dolorito is being shown in this game early on. Pero hindi naman nagpahuli dito ang play na ginawa ng San Sebastian. As Season giving that one, it was Janisha finding that hole at the backboard of Lyceum. Good floater. Season. And yet is saving this one, and Marasigan just hitting it straight towards Lyceum.
Great hit coming from Tina Marasigan. That was actually a frontline hit.
Ito yung hinahanap ni Coach Roger kasi ang ganda ng first ball and nakakagawa sila ng maayos na play. That's all about consistency here for San Sebastian.
I think once San Sebastian's able to heat up, then tuloy-tuloy na talaga sila.
Heating up is what we can call to Dolorito. Another point here gained from the open as we head on to our second technical timeout. Nakikita mo dito yung timing niya and how she used the blockers on her end. Angat pa rin dito ang Lyceum 16-9.
One of the consistent players from LPU, Jonna Dolorito, is off to a good start. This Lady Pirate came from UE Manila, same school which Crisan Susbilia and Arabella Borbon attended to in high school. During the pandemic, ang akala ni Jonna ay end of career na niya, pero sabi nga niya, God is good at hindi siya pinabayaan na mangyari yon. Now, according to Coach Cromwell, Jonna wasn't initially included in the lineup for their bubble training. She got the spot and because she completes the chemistry of her team. What's really good about her, she worked her way up and now she's here and playing as one of the key players of Lyceum. It looks like she has a bright future ahead as a Lady Pirate. Now back to the panel.
Thank you, Angel. I have to agree that she has a bright future. Siya nga ang nagdadala dito sa laro ng Lyceum. At ang maganda ang nagiging contribution niya so far. Meanwhile, this is a slide. Pero nakuha yan ng San Sebastian Season. Ibibigay ulit dito kay Cañete. Great attack from the opposite.
Great attack coming from Cañete, seeing that there was only one blocker in the Lyceum side, which is why she targeted cross-court instead.
That's right, coming from that technical timeout. 2 puntos na agad ang nakuha dito ng San Sebastian.
It was not over. An attack error coming from Dolorito. And she's been efficient for her team. A good start coming from her with 4 points already, if I'm not mistaken, in this first set.
That's correct, but this time it's Coach Cromwell Garcia who called for time.
Tama yung atake mo. Buha, tama yung running, okay. Diba? Pero, best option, ano? Kasi meron tayong best option dito. Okay? Sometimes, hindi natin kailangan makipagpersahan. Kailangan natin alamin kung saan natin lalagay. Okay, okay? Nak, taas mo palo mo eh.
Follow. As we heard in that recent timeout called by Coach Cromwell Garcia, just reminding his girls about where to place their attacks. And of course, yung tamang diskarte lang.
And we always say this in every coverage. Volleyball is not, a game of power, but more it's, using your brain and being very smart when it comes to your attacks. But that time, Lyceum,
With a double contact on that when Dolorito tried to bring that ball across the net.
kanina pa nga dito nagsiserve si Season. Dolorito this time denied. But that was a violation. Ang tawag dito ng ating officials.
Back-to-back errors for Dolorito.
And from that, it was a great run being done here by San Sebastian. Another service ace.
Great service coming from Zia Season.
Yes, the setter. Ang layo ng hinabol nila dito. Para silang mga kontrabida dito, gusto muna napapagod at saka bumabawi. But that time, it's a good leadership being displayed here by Season, who is also the setter of the team. Finally, Dahab.
Great hit coming from Doncy Dahab. She is one of their veterans as well and was the recent NCAA best middle blocker.
Well, giving justice to her title in the NCAA.
She was really impressive for her squad.
Season that time. Sinet kay Camille Tan, but Camille Tan hitting that too long. This is Puson, the setter of Lyceum, also one of the most diligent setters in our tournament. Down the line attack, that time from Rian Cañete.
Great attack coming from Rian Cañete, targeting the hands of to hit that down the line zone 1 area.
That's right. Stulang this time over the blockers, but she was dug. Another cross-court attack. Pulong misreceiving that. And another point earned by San Sebastian.
Ang laki din ng nahabol ng San Sebastian. They were down by a lot of points, but now they're down by 1 point.
That's correct. No, they were down by 6 earlier, but Dolorito
Nakabawi na.
hindi papayag. na makapuntos pa dito ang San Sebastian, and this scoop play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
And if you notice, Sheila, Dolorito is hitting from both sides of the net, from open and the opposite side.
Well, she has been really consistent with that, and you can see how well-rounded this player is. And looking at the average height of both of our squads, medyo average naman sila, hindi ganun katatangkad. So that is another factor that we are looking at. Kaya naman natin nasabi na magiging mahaba itong laro na to.
And what I noticed as well, since we were talking about heights, LPU doesn't look visibly like the taller team, but they're filled with so much power and versatility. Their spikers can attack from all corners of the court.
And that time it's Kat Santos attacking from that corner, hitting that cross court. Mas nabuhayan na nga dito ang San Sebastian. Kailangan munang tumawag ni Coach Roger ng timeout.
That was an effective timeout actually. It really broke the momentum of Lyceum.
Enabling them, to make a run. Good rejection at the net. Maligmat again. That is a violation committed by Season, clearly crossing over the line. A few times that has happened, and that just breaks their momentum. Isa na lang kanina hinahabol nila dito, but that error added another. Santos, too wide.
Wide for Kat Santos. Good intention though of targeting zone 1. That was just a little too wide for her.
Kailangan ng tulong dito ng Sebastian. Coach Roger na patawag ulit ng timeout.
Okay din yun. Kanya lang masyado ng gipit, masyado ng masikip. Eh pagka ganun ang i-over mo na, frontliner ka naman. Sundan mo, quicker. Pagka ganun, dikit na dikit yung bola sa net, sundan mo. Huwag mong pababayaan tumatalon sa road. Sundan mo, huwag mong lalayuan. Sundan mo siya lagi.
As we heard in the timeout called by Coach Roger Gorayev, just reminding his setter na since she's frontline, she could have brought that ball over in that last play when she crossed over the center line. And of course, reminders for his middle blockers as well.
Sa setter nga ang naging focus ni Coach Roger doon sa timeout na yon. And you can see that the strategy that he just told Season, dahil frontliner siya, she can really make decisions when it comes to situations, crucial situations. That is Maligman ending the rally, getting a point for her squad. It has been, a team effort for Lyceum and San Sebastian for our beginning set. Another service ace here.
I think something San Sebastian also lacks is really their communication because naangat naman yung bola ni Borja, San Sebastian's libero, but there was just no follow-up coming from her teammates.
A little bit challenged when trying to be consistent. Nakahabol na nga sila. Pero ito, bumibitaw na naman as they kept on committing errors after errors. And that will lead us to closing out our first set. It's the Lyceum Lady Pirates getting their first win of the match. Second set underway when Shakey Super League returns. mainit na labanan ang nakita natin for our first set for today's match, as it was Lyceum actually becoming dominated sa simula ng ating set, pero not until the second technical timeout, unti-unti na nga nakahabol dito ang San Sebastian. That was when Coach Roger Gorayev calls a lot of timeouts to call their attention to finally wake up and hey, you need to portray your role and do your part inside the court.
Yes, I think what the San Sebastian Lady Stags squad have to improve on is really to minimize their errors. And of course, we see here in terms of attack, mas lamang talaga yung Lyceum. And in terms of aces as well, they had 4 and San Sebastian only had 1.
They really made a good run here for the first set, but it was Lyceum being able to close out the first set. Pero I'll turn over to Angel for this report.
Top 4 team from their NCAA season 97. They might have secured their spot in that league, but apparently for Shakey Super League, that's not the case. For Coach Roger, this league is a good participation and exposure for the team. Their challenge was the time given to prepare for this league. Admittedly, he knows that this isn't enough since the girls need to go through his training program, starting from the basics, building up and preparing them for next season's NCAA. This might have affected their performance for the past 2 games, but still, he sees a lot of potential for these girls. Frustrated and pressured, he still believes that his team will perform for this match. Now back to the panel.
Thank you for that, Angel. But before we dig into your report, this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojos now. You know, I like the mindset of Coach Roger Gorayev. He is thinking in advance. At on the interview during the launch of our tournament, sabi nga niya, magandang avenue itong Shakey Super League para ihanda yung mga teams on their tournament such as the NCAA. Kaya ito pa lang, nagiging mas prepared na sila and they will know how or what to improve moving forward.
Yes, and I was also able to have a chance to speak to Coach Roger Gorayev earlier this season, and he mentioned nga na muntika na silang di makasali sa Shakey Super League because I think because of health protocol problems as well.
But the good thing is they are here and we are seeing how his team performs. And sayang naman kasi itong San Sebastian, they also joined the previous Shakey's tournaments and we've seen a lot of players also very promising good performance as well. And now back to our ball game, and that time San Sebastian getting a point from that block, and that is actually against this middle hitter of Lyceum, Santa Maria rather. Good first ball. Galiedo giving that ball to Perez, but that is just too long. Second libero is checking in. Lopez replacing Belaro. Service error this time.
For Manyakap, that was just too short.
On the side of San Sebastian, this is a good serve, and that was well digged. And back-to-back attacks, but that time it was Roxanne Tan able to deliver.
Great attack from Roxanne Tan, just really making sure. Actually, she really used the hands of the blockers on purpose to get that point.
Carmela Ramos serving for the Lady Stags. Galiedo able to save the second ball. Cross-court attack right there. And at that time, that is Bianca. Point after point ang nakuha dito ng San Sebastian. They are leading here by 3. Another error here by
Little
Lyceum.
lifting violation coming from Santa Maria.
Better set at the beginning for San Sebastian, and still
And because of our all-to-play rule, we see a different lineup this second set as well.
that's right. The second six of Coach Roger seemed to be more aggressive than the first. At syempre parang can I say, mas pressured sila kasi hindi nila nakuha yung first, so kailangan nila bumawi this time. Good defense at the net, but that time from the opposite, and yes, another
Better
point.
attack coming from Roxanne Tan, really using the hands of the Lyceum blockers and just getting that check off that block. Because of how powerful she is, and also the Lyceum block wasn't so established, she was able to penetrate through that block.
It's the Lady Stags leading here 8-2. Memorial Coliseum for the fourth match. For you, Lyceum going up against for San Sebastian. Every girl deserves to reach her potential. When you sponsor a girl with World Vision, you can give her the tools and resources to break free of poverty and grow up fearless. Visit worldvision.org.ph now. Service error here given up by San Sebastian. Point awarded here to the Pirates. Serving for the Pirates. That time is Santa Maria. And that is a great quick attack.
Great quick attack coming from Jacely Lumibao. Medyo na-late din yung blockers ng
Lyceum,
LPU.
yes, and
And
this-
of course, it was a single block only.
This cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Cross-court hit. Nakuha nga yan dito ni Ordonia. Galledo to Perez.
That
Again,
one was too long for Perez.
another point here earned by San Sebastian. Coach Cromwell Garcia needed this timeout.
Kalma. Relax lang. Okay. Balik muna tayo. Okay. Huwag niyong palayuin. Okay. Ilapit niyo muna. Huwag niyong pasukan ng frustration. It's okay. Galaw muna tayo. Balik muna tayo sa ginagawa natin. Dahan-dahan muna. Okay, hinga muna tayo. Hinga. Okay, go.
Patience lang. Bilang agad. One stop. Viva!
As we heard in that timeout called by Coach Crom Garcia, he was just mentioning and reminding his girls na wag palayuin yung score, and of course to not be frustrated and to just go back to their system and play how they were playing earlier in that first set.
And that, again, another error committed on the side of Lyceum. Frustration starts to kick in, lalo na kapag nakakalamang itong kalaban ninyo. But those good words, hopefully, his girls will be able to convert to points para makabawi sila on this part of the match. Ordonia finding, that small opening on the defense of Lyceum.
Smart attack coming from Ordonia, seeing that there were two blockers right in front of her, which is why she opted to do a cut shot, and it worked for her in that last play.
Great adjustments right here. Galledo this time making her hands work, and she is successful getting a point from that dunk. That's a simple move from Galledo, but effective on their side. 4 serving 12. Cross-court hit again, Ordonia, but this
Wide
time,
for Ordonia. Ordonia was trying to target the sharp cross court in the Lyceum side, but that was too wide for her.
another point here for the Lady Pirates. Perez serving for Lyceum. Ramos able to put the ball up, off the block. With aggressiveness here for Manyakap. And that is just smart move again from Galledo.
As what you mentioned, smart move from Galledo, seeing that the San Sebastian defense, iniwan nila yung back row nila open, which is why she saw that opening and decided to bring that ball to the end line.
Now that has been the area of responsibility of Ramos. Service ace ang nakukuha dito ng Lyceum. Lyceum being successful in trying to cut the lead as Ramos chance ball ang ibibigay. Galledo.
Too low of a set coming from Galledo.
That's correct. No connection right there between Galledo and Collado. Serving 7. First ball. Galledo to Perez from the back. And
That ball hit the antenna. That attack error made by Rita Perez.
Sunod-sunod na nga dito ang nagagawang mali ng Lyceum and San Sebastian enjoying their advantage in getting those points. Good save. Another dump didn't work for Galledo. Block this time. And again.
Great timing coming from Galledo and Collado. Really, sarado talaga yung bangko ng LPU on that last hit.
Yes, good effort. And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Well read on the side of San Sebastian. And this time, kanina pinag-usapan nga natin on the side of Lyceum. One of the players that they look up to and actually is Joan Doguna. So far, we didn't see much of her as of yet. Too powerful attack ang ibibigay dito ng Lyceum. And you can see that time, that is Maricar Manyakap. Short serve. Good read by Borja. Ramos, cross court, one hand dig. Didn't work that time for Doguna. At pupunta na nga tayo sa ating second technical dive. Time out lamang po dito ang Lady Stags, 16-9. Excellent performance here on the part of San Sebastian. And again, you are watching the Shakey Super League. Two NCAA teams are battling off on our fourth game for today here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Sheila Slaysay together with Kayla Reyes and Angel Octinaria.
And we see some subs made by Coach Crom. Jaja Tulang back in the game, as well as their setter, Denise Puzon.
They needed that here, this part of the second set, but another error was committed at the net. Tulang was called 4 touches.
I think Lyceum really has to minimize their attack errors kasi medyo malayo na talaga yung score natin.
It's going to be more difficult for them kung hahayaan pa nilang lumamang. But these actions made by the Lady Pirates will not help them. But it's the Lady Stags are really enjoying every point given to them. 18 serving 9. Service error. Lucky break this time for Lyceum. Jaja Tulang, one of the veteran players from Lyceum. Floater, good floater. Ramos denied. Another one over the blockers. Drop right there. Ramos from the open this time, but still she was taken down by the defense of Lyceum. And this block off set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Jaja Tulang again. Sharp floater. Ramos over the blockers, and this time it's Tulang rather.
Too long for Jaja Tulang.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Kailangan na nga dito ng tulong ng Lady Pirates dahil lumalaki na ang kalamangan dito ng San Sebastian. Short serve. Ano nabasa yan? Ito ng libero ni Belaro off the block. Regalo. Advantage pa yun on the side of Lyceum.
This set coming from the San Sebastian side, coming from their libero, which is why naging regalo for LPU on that last play.
That's correct. An error committed here by Borja for San Sebastian. But still, malaki pa rin ang kalamangan nila dito. With a dump. Puzon giving it to open. Rejected right here. Sapadaw. Off the block. Ramos off speed. And this time, that worked for Ramos.
Ramos varying her shots better in this last play, which is why she was able to get that point. Kasi kanina parang puro power yung ginagawa niya.
Powerful pa din ang kanyang serve. Pero that time, aggressiveness. Again, at lakas ang pinakita dito sa atake ni Doguna. We are waiting for her, to make noise. At she is needed for this part of the match. Dahab checks in, replacing Collado. Pito ang hinahabol dito ng Lyceum. Ramos for the first ball. Opposite. Puzon able to save the ball. And Doguna again.
Doguna really proving that she was worthy of that yesterday's MVP of the match. You can see how explosive she is. She knows where to bring that ball, and great target at that cross-court area.
You have to commend how adjustment, how good she is adjusting to that set. Ang layo
Yes.
na sa net pero nagawa pa niyang pumuntos. But that time, another service error given up by a Lyceum. And that is Santa Maria. We don't want that if you are Coach Cromwell Garcia.
Good read coming from LPU. That serve was just way too long.
That's right. Back and forth we go here on the service errors committed by the two teams. This is Puzon serving. Violation. Double contact. Itatawag dito ng ating officials. Second technical timeout. Still, humahabol pa din dito ang Lyceum, 16-21. Timeout ang itatawag nga dito ng San Sebastian.
Hindi mo naman maiseset ng ganun yun. No? Kaya iseset mo sa dulo yung talsik ng bola mo, nandyan na. So talagang nasalo mo yung bola. Yun lang naman pagbabasihan ng referee. Pag itinaas mo, may gitna naman. Di hayaan mo na dun sa gitna pumalo. Ha?
Tara, 1-4, 1-4.
Apat na lang yan, ha?
Tara, tara.
Sabi nga ni Coach Roger, from that timeout, kapag hindi ka sigurado o wala ka sa posisyon, well, you need to make an adjustment and that to make sure na sigurado lang palagi ang magiging movement or reaction mo towards the ball. They only need 4 points to win this set at hindi na nila sasayangin every point that they have. Pero in that last rally, still, they were able to take the upper hand as Doguna commits an attack error. Better performance we are seeing right here on the side of San Sebastian. Puson setting this one up to the open. Denied, good coverage. Sa likod naman this time, Doguna just hitting that over.
We did see John Doguna with that last hit. You see it hit the tip of the net, but it still landed on a great spot.
That's correct. She is really making an effort, and this cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Great serve coming from Doguna.
Powerful hit, but she was dug. And that was responded in an instant right here from Lyceum. And you have dual command.
Manyakap on that last hit. Really so powerful and targeting at that sharp cross-court area.
That's right, and this spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Good save by Ordoña. Free ball ang ibibigay sa Lyceum. Puson. Kay Manyakap again. Then work. Good hit by Ordoña. Lopez. From the
Attack error coming from Roxanne Tan. She wasn't able to wind up that last play.
Tumama lang sa tape ng net yung kanyang atake na yon. Too low for a back attack.
Great
This time.
serve.
Yes. Ganda rin ang reception niya. Manyakap. Cross-court hit right there by Bianca Ordoña.
Powerful hit coming from Bianca Ordoña, really rattling the defense of LPU in that last play.
Santos is coming in this time for San Sebastian, but Coach Cromwell Garcia tatawag ng timeout.
Isipan muna natin. Nakakuha. Huwag kayo ma-frustrate sa pagkakamali nyo. Sabi ko sa inyo, pag nagkamali, short memory, set aside, then balik ulit tayo sa anong dapat natin gawin. Tindihan? Oh, isa-isa lang. Buhay natin isa-isa. Yung sistema natin, huwag niyong pabayaan.
System tayo,
Ba?
system.
Go!
Next play mentality. Next play mentality. Next play mentality, ah. Iba, Irada.
We heard in that last timeout called by Coach Cromwell Garcia, telling his girls not to be frustrated, to move on and have short-term memory after they commit errors. Of course, they also have to go back to their system and play how they usually play, and just so that they can fully show their
Recover,
best.
yes. Yeah, I like how he said that you need to forget your error
Yes.
and move on to the next. Yun naman talaga dapat yung magiging mentality ng team every time, or an individual player when she commits a mistake. You should not dwell on that mistake, and service ace ang ibibigay dito ng Lyceum. And that is Sonsi Dahab. Coach Roger Gorayev this time calls for an emergency timeout.
Magawan. Dumadating yung bola eh. Pumwesto kayo. Kung wala kayo sa pwesto, huwag niyo kukunin ng patagilid. Paharap tayo sa bola. Hindi na sa'yo, papunta nun. Bayaan mo na silang rumisip. Diba? Huwag kang makikipag-agawan. Sayang lamang natin, no?
As we heard in that last timeout called by Coach Roger Gorayev, just reminding his girls about yung sa pwesto nila when it comes to their reception, and of course their form. Dapat hindi patagilid. Dapat nare-receive nila sa gitna, the center of their body, so it has more control and stability.
Yes, another aspect is that pressure starts to, check in for the Lady Stags kasi ang laki ng hinabol dito ng Lyceum, and that allows them to become unstable and uncertain when it comes to their movements. And like that, yung atake this time from the open.
Great hit
yes,
coming from Jaja Tula, using the hands of the blockers to get that point.
hindi nga nabasa ng maayos dito ni Tan yung ganong atake. Kahit mukhang outside na, she even tried to receive the ball. Only a point here, down by Lyceum. Kat Santos.
With an immediate response coming from Kat Santos. Because she's so powerful, she can really use the hands of the blockers of LPU and get that check from them. And of course, tina-target din niya yung mas maliit na blocker, which is si Puzon, in order to get that point.
That's correct. Again, Santos successful, and yes, she actually answered the call of Coach Roger Gorayev, and San Sebastian taking on the first win of this match. We'll talk more about this when Shakey Super League returns.
Now we have here Myla, Reggie, Hazel, and Rain, the super fans of the game all the way from Manila. Anong team ang sinusuportahan natin?
San Sebastian po.
At sino sa mga Lady Stags ang chini-cheer natin?
Kat Santos!
Dahil dyan isang cheer naman para kay Kat Santos. Go!
Go, Kat Santos! Go, Muste!
Tuna. Thank you for that, Angel. And to our super fans, grabe ang energy dito ng mga supporters ni Kat Santos. And this Shakey Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Kung ganun kalakas ang energy mo, di ba talagang full support at energized itong si Kat Santos. Kaya naman nagawa nilang makuha itong second set against the Lyceum Lady Pirates, and it actually is a good effort on their side. And take note, that is the first win of San Sebastian.
Yes,
First
this is
set
the
win.
first set win of San Sebastian with their past 2 games.
Yes, that's right. This time, good first ball for Lyceum. Tulang using her left didn't work. Sats from the back was denied. And this second set is brought to you by actually Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. 1 set apiece na po tayo. Dolorito. Now, she made noise actually on the second set for Lyceum.
Yes, we see a more familiar lineup for both squads this third set.
Good first ball this time. But that is just too strong.
Mistimed by Marasigan, and she hit that ball under, which is why that really sailed out.
This is still Joanne Dolorito. Serving for Lyceum.
Service error coming from Jonah Dolorito.
We are tied at 2 in this earlier part of the third set. Puzon setting this one.
Attack error coming from Joanne Duguna.
You can see that these two squads becoming a bit of a complacent, but kasi nakita mo sa movement na medyo bumagal, but then hindi mabagal in that last setup that time. Itong si Tan of San Sebastian.
Anticipating that over receive, which is why she was able to take care of that regalo.
Serving still for San Sebastian and an ace. That is Christina Marasigan.
Great serve coming from Marasigan, just falling right on that line.
Well, she has been doing pretty well at the service area. That's her 4th. Puzon to Doguna. Down the line, but that Borja was there. Rejected at the net. Susubukan ulit. And Cañete seeing that backcourt of Lyceum.
Great hit coming from Rayan Cañete. You can see she also changed her approach and changed her tempo for her approach on where she was gonna target that ball as well.
Medyo alanganin kasi yung setup dito sa kanya ni Season, so she made that adjustment. That time service error ang binigay dito ng San Sebastian. That's a point gained by Lyceum. Save ball this time, and Kat Santos was denied. Trying the opposite. Who's unable to dig the ball from the back? Yes. That is successful for Tan.
Great attack coming from Amakatan. You can really see na hindi lang diretso yung palo ni Amaka. She can go left and right. And there was only a single block in that LPU side.
Laguna with the first ball. Opposite, and that's a point by Jaja Tulang. we've seen exchanges of attacks right here, and Tulang is successful in that last sequence. This spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Free ball for LPU. The Guna. Santos, but she was dug off speed. Kita ni Borja rather. Again, Jaja Tulang, too wide. And going to our first technical timeout, lamang pa din dito ang San Sebastian, 8-4. For today. Of course, NU defeated JRU in 3 sets. Ganun din naman ang ginawa ng De La Salle University, winning over College of San Juan de Letran. UP won in 5 sets against UE. And for our 4th game, UC San Sebastian College Recoletos playing against Lyceum of the Philippines Lady Pirates. Here, live at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. And Kat Santos again delivers for San Sebastian.
Kat Santos starting to come alive in the tournament. I mean, in her first 2 games, she only had 4 points per game. And we can see how talented she really is. Ang bigat ng mga palo din niya.
And when you have that title under your name,
Yes.
alam mo nakaka-pressure din yan because you need to be consistent with your performance. And syempre, kailangan yung you have to live up to your
The expectations
yes.
as well.
Well,
And she's only a rookie, so but she does not play like one as well.
yes, that's correct. But that time, her attack went out. The second libero of Lyceum is coming in. That's Sagaino, replacing Lopez. Gandang first ball that time, pero blocked at the net. Kat Santos ulit sa gitna, but that over reception. Another one. No call. Ball is still alive. Drop. That was. And good save here by San
Great
Sebastian.
effort
Yes.
coming from San Sebastian, but that was just a careless over.
No, I like how Cristina Marasigan ran to save that ball.
Props to these girls for really sacrificing their bodies kahit banggain na nila yung mga stands natin eh.
It's a powerful serve. And Kat Santos was taken down by the blockers of Lyceum.
Perfectly timed block coming from LPU and no one was home for defense of San Sebastian.
This block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Let's listen into the timeout.
Pag nandiyan yung setter, alam mo naman
Ito
ibabalik.
sa likod. Oh, tumalsik dito yung bola eh. May humahabol ba sa inyo? O kailangan sabihin ko pa kung sino hahabol. Ang liit nung blocker doon sa dulo. Kat, naintindihan mo ba yung ang liit nung blocker mo dyan yung setter? Kahit paltukan mo lang hindi aabot sa'yo yun eh. Dikit mo yung bola dun sa net.
Hey, let's see! Start!
As we heard in that last time out called by Coach Roger Goraya, just reminding his girls to put more effort in terms of their coverage. And as we saw, no one attempted to chase after that ball. It just dropped. And of course, a reminder to Kat Santos that her blocker is the setter, and she's really not a tall setter, which is why she should be able to take advantage that the setter is the one blocking her in the front line.
And just like that, you are on cue when Kat Santos made that spike, pointing that Puzon was the smaller blocker on the side of Lyceum. So advantage talaga kay Kat Santos kung doon niya papadaanin yung atake niya. Good first ball. Puzon to Dolorito. Good save right there. Second time. And yes, buhay pa din. Good defense. Over reception. And that time, it was Jonicio.
Great anticipation coming from Jonicio with that over dig. She timed that perfectly and was able to get that point for her squad.
Yeah, you can see how focused Jonicio is in trying to defend the net. Kat Santos committing a service error. That's actually the third of San Sebastian. Daya serving for Lyceum. Season to Santos from the back. Parang hindi yata napapagod itong batang to.
Great pipe attack coming from Kat Santos. You can see how she perfectly timed that. And you can hear her teammate also reminding her na haba lang since nasa back row nga siya.
And to give us a report, let me turn you over to our court side, Angel Locnario.
Kat Santos now back to the game and now finally proving everyone why she was the NCAA Rookie of the Year. Kat Santos is one of Coach Roger's scouted players from Bulacan. Ayaw na sana niya maglaro dito sa Manila, but since Coach Roger had the chance to convince our rookie, he grabbed that. Tinanong ko kanina si Kat kung paano napapayag ni Coach at na-realize niya na gusto pa rin talaga niya maglaro ng sport na to. Undeniably, this rookie is to watch out for. Even with unfavorable match results, she's going to fight and perform like what she always does. What do you like about this player, Sheila and Kayla?
Well, I like the resiliency that Kat Santos, it's displaying. And hindi lang, kahit rookie siya, and she is, seems like to be one of the veterans playing for Coach Roger.
And I love how she's an all-around player. She contributes to defense, offense, and of course, reception as well.
And the positivity, how she reacted to, nakita ni Coach Roger that she is an excellent player. And thankful to Coach Roger, siya pa nga ang naging Rookie of the Year in the last season of the NCAA. Another powerful attack. This time it's Marasigan.
Marasigan just using the hands of the blockers to get that point. You can also see with the direction of her hand, hindi lang talaga diretso yung mga palo niya eh.
First ball. Very aggressive Dolorito in that last setup. And this cool play off the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. (11 serving 14). Dolorito just committed a service error, and actually that is another point awarded to San Sebastian.
And something I've noticed with both teams is that when they're able to get a point, it gets followed up by an error, which is why nasisira talaga yung momentum nila, and kaya medyo dikitan nga yung laban natin. No one can pull away because every point they get is always followed up by an error.
That's right, but that one last is a back-to-back service errors. Let's see this time. Cañete, cross-court, Puzon. Able to see that ball pero hindi kinuha ni Daya or ni Dahab yun. Second technical timeout. Lamang dito ang San Sebastian, 16-12. The Shakey Super League. This is between the San Sebastian College, Recoletos, and the Lyceum of the Philippines. Lady Pirates, our last game for today. Third set, nakuha ng Lyceum ang first, binawi ng Sebastian yung second. Ito sa pangatlong set, San Sebastian pa din ang nangunguna, on top by 3 points.
See that attack coming from John Doguna, I'm sorry. Di naka-establish din yung blockings ng San Sebastian on that last play.
Libero. Vermilio putting that ball over. Doguna again. Ito mas sigurado na nakita mo from her approach to her attack. You can see that she is decided to end this rally.
And since, as you mentioned, she had a better approach and a better windup in that last play, she was able to penetrate that block and just get that point.
That is another violation committed on the side of San Sebastian. Now, how crucial are these errors for Baste, Kayla?
I just mentioned earlier how these errors are very crucial because it's a momentum killer. And since dikitan nga yung laban natin, no team can afford those types of errors, especially when they're trying to pull away from the score.
Right, solid block earlier, but that time, that didn't work. The defense of the Lyceum is not as solid when Kat Santos was the one attacking the ball. And this spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Missed
As
opportunity,
mentioned
yes.
earlier, they really have to minimize those errors.
No, that is, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th or 5th service error dito ng San Sebastian. And that allows Lyceum to get closer. They are now only down by a point here. Violation again.
Double contact called on Season in that last set.
So the piling of errors on the side of San Sebastian just really giving Lyceum the hopes of trying to end this set on their favor. Season to the middle. That's a solo block by Dolorito. Off speed from the back. Cross court by Kat Santos. That's just too far from Lopez, the libero of Lyceum, to get to the ball.
Take a look at this hit from Kat Santos, using the hands of the blocker again to get that point. She really is just so powerful, Sheila. That's why she's able to do so many things. And of course, a service ace coming from her as well.
That is included on one of the many things that Kat Santos is trying to show everyone why she is the Rookie of the Year. That time, easy point for Lyceum. Micah Daya, only a point down here for Lyceum. Season to the middle. That's a solo block by Dahab. Nawala ang coverage ng San Sebastian in that last play.
Great timing coming from Dahab. Ang galing niya magbasa. Nakaka-single block din siya ng madalas because of her timing to that ball.
And just like that, we are now at 19 points apiece. First deadlock for this set. Cañete to Season. That time, it was Christina Marasigan just on top of the blockers of Lyceum, pero that ball just went straight out. First time that Lyceum is leading for this set. Good floater and a good first ball. Kita pa yun ni Jaja Tulang Dolorito, and yes! Successful from that hit is Dolorito. Coach Roger Gurayev just hitting that red button, calls for timeout.
Hindi ka na naman doon sa kakampi mo kung didepensa o hindi. Pambihira. Libero ka eh. Kaya si Hodang mga agaw ka, umangat lang yung bola. Kanina ko pa sinasabi sa'yo, pang-apat na beses mo nang kumukuha ng patagilid. Lamang tayo ng dalawa, nag-service error na naman tayo. Ngayon, lamang na sila ng dalawa. Ano nangyari? Sundan nyo yung bola.
As we just heard from that recent timeout called by Coach Roger Gurayev, it was actually for his libero, more with her defense reminders as she's getting balls to her side. Dapat sa center mo talaga yung nakukuha yung mga bola.
And from that kind of position kasi you are able to establish yung magandang pagbasa, and of course it's easier for the libero to control and send that to the center for the setter. From a service ace to a service error. Micah Daya committing that one. It's not easy to be a libero. You know, that was my position before, and there's a lot of things that you have to know how to read an attack like that. Pero yung ganong kalakas off the block, that ball just went straight out. Dolorito getting another point.
You can see how we saw some attack errors also coming from Jonna Dolorito and a lot of good points as well. And when she's able to get that wind up and her proper approach, you can really see she generates so much power into her attacks.
Good save here by Lyceum. Again. Tulang, and with a powerful hit from the opposite. That's Jaja Tulang. Lyceum energized for this part of the set. Bakit hindi? Nagawa nilang bawiin yung lamang dito ng San Sebastian, and now they are at set point. Who's on the setter? With powerful serve right there. And good save that time by the libero Belaro. Too much power on that attack. A set point save here by San Sebastian.
Bianca Ordoña really doing some damage today in that opposite corner. Really stepping up for her squad today.
Good first ball that time by Belaro. And that is another win of the set para dito sa girls ni Coach Cromwell Garcia. As the Lyceum of Philippines Lady Pirates getting that win from attack in the middle. Nakatulong pa yung net doon to change the direction of the ball. Underway, this is the Shakey Super League. Saturday. That's October 15th. Dito pa rin sa Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Game 1, San Sebastian and Emilio Aguinaldo College. For Game 2, this is Mapua University going up against the University of Perpetual Help. Third game, Ateneo de Manila University playing against Jose Rizal University. And for the last, Arellano University and National University. Third set, let's see. This is the game changer actually for Lyceum. For San Sebastian, it was Kat Santos. You know, just really doing the works when it comes to their offense and defense. You see her perform, mapaharap man yan, mapalikod. But for the Lyceum, it was a collective effort. Everybody is trying to contribute. Actually contributed. You have Jaja, Tulang, Dolorito, and Doguna. And we have to comment as well their great floor defense. Statistics tells us all.
For our attacks, San Sebastian leading with 13 attacks to 9 only from LPU. And of course, 2 blocks from LPU. But San Sebastian having more errors this time around, which is why they dropped that set. And of course, if whoever, again, like I keep mentioning, whoever is able to minimize their errors first will be the team that wins today's match.
Do you think San Sebastian became more complacent in that part of the game? But before that, this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now.
For me, I don't think they were complacent. I think they were just a bit careless when it came to their errors. They were a bit inconsistent. Nakakapuntos naman sila. Pero it gets followed up by an error, either an attack error or a service error.
Know what happened to them pag nakakuha sila ng puntos? Pero nababawi nila yun with a string of errors. On the other hand, Lyceum getting a point in that last frame.
Another great attack coming from Jonah Dolorito, adjusting to that set and targeting zone 4 of San Sebastian side.
Service ace here by Puzon. You know, she's not only great when it comes to orchestrating the plays of her team, pero she also gives out, you know, a powerful service like the one that we saw earlier.
Yeah, she's one of the best servers in the NCAA. And since bihira mag-contribute ang mga setters when it comes to offense, service is their chance to really get some points for their squad.
Absolutely, and this time, gandang tapatan. Pagdating sa opensa, Kat Santos reading that well. Defense at the net is present for Lyceum. Again, that is a solo block this time.
For Doncy Dahab. And we saw so many of single blocks like this in the NCAA because of her ability to read her attackers well.
Right, and this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Napagod si Puzon. Service error ibigay dito sa San Sebastian. Plus a point. Another setter on deck to serve for San Sebastian. Season. Tulang was over the blockers, but that just went too wide.
She wasn't able to use her wrist in that last hit.
We're tied at 3 this time. Puson setting this one again to Jaja, but she was denied at the net. Second time around. It's Santos. Ramos, rather.
Getting blocked at the net with LPU perfectly. I'm sorry, that was a check off.
Block point.
A powerful
yes.
hit coming from Ramos on that last play.
No, we get confused between Ramos and Santos kasi pag nakita mo yung physique nila, very similar, you know, big girls.
Yes, and they're
Diba?
so powerful.
Yes.
They both have the same power.
Still 4 points apiece here on our fourth set. another service error dito para sa Lyceum.
A bit mistimed by Jonah Delorito on that last service error.
Good first ball though. And because of that, Jaja Tulang was able to execute a perfect hit from the middle. And this cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
And props to Ming Ming Puzon also for being able to use her spikers effectively and have them spike in different parts of the court.
Well, you just mentioned another attack successful on the side of Lyceum.
That was coming from Joanne Doguna. And we see in this LPU squad that there's a lot of people contributing. We have Joanne Doguna, Jonah Dolorito, Jaja Tulang, and John P. Dahab as well.
At dito naman sila pupuntos. Tulang and Daya blocking. That time, it's Kat Santos from the open. Floater. It's Ramos. Carmela Ramos from the opposite.
Ramos coming alive in this set. She really needs more hits like that in order to help their team. Because right now, parang si Kat Santos lang yung nagpo-produce for San Sebastian.
That's correct. Who's on with a quick and yes. And that time, of course, that is Maika Daya getting a point from a quick attack. Looking at this replay, nahuli dito ang blockers ng San Sebastian. First technical timeout, it's Lyceum on top. All the games live on Plus Network and Shakey's Facebook pages and YouTube channels, also on Shakey's TikTok account and branches nationwide. You can also watch the next day broadcast on IBC 13 for free TV and Solar Sports for cable. Shakey Super League and all to play use those hashtags when you capture images and of course when you watch the games live and post pictures in your social media accounts. Fourth set of our fourth game for today. San Sebastian and Lyceum. Here, as you can see, it's Carmela Ramos successful with that attack.
Great serve coming from Ramos. She really is starting to heat up in this set.
Kakailanganin talaga ng tulong dito ni Kat Santos.
Because so far, it's really only been Kat Santos. Marasigan and Dionisio have been quite quiet.
But Joan Doguna was not quiet since the previous set. No, bibihira lang siya mabigyan dito ng bola, pero whenever she gets that ball from Puzon, she makes sure, to get a point from a kill. Quick attack this time, that's Dionisio. And Dolorito, actually it's Doguna, acknowledging her error from that reception. Kat Santos pa din ang magsaserve para dito sa San Sebastian. Pelaro with the first ball this time. Cross-court attack. Dolorito.
She's been so effective and efficient for her team. You can see na medyo malayo or buka na yung set in that last play, but she was still able to make do out of what she was given.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
That set was just too close to the net for Ardonia.
But you have to commend the effort that she put to it. Pero masyadong dikit na nga yung naging setup dito. Another error committed. Back-to-back points ang nakuha dito ng Lyceum. And the ball was just everywhere. Disorganized defense, floor defense for San Sebastian. 3 straight points that Lyceum was able to gain from that situation and make that 4. Another service ace. Coach Roger Dorayev needing to call this timeout.
Outside na yung bola, kinukuha nyo pa rin. Pumalo doon, di ba? Paglampas pa lang ng bola sa net, alam mo na kung saan ang direksyon niya. Eh kung kailan babagsak yung bola, tsaka nyo hinahabol, paano nyo aabutan? Di ba? Bilisan nyo yung kilos nyo, i-anticipate nyo, basahin nyo kung saan ang direksyon ng bola. Hindi naman lumiliko yung bola ng paganyan eh.
Ako tayo. Start! As we heard in that last timeout called by Coach Roger Gorayev, just reminding his girls to read where that ball is about to go and to anticipate more. Because medyo nalilate sila when it comes to their defense.
One of the things that we do, di ba, nung naglalaro pa tayo ng volleyball is to read the attacks of our opponents. Kung papalo ba siya, kung itatrap ba niya yung bola, you will look at the hands. And it takes time for us to be able to learn that.
Yes, and you can't just guess where that ball's gonna go kasi mahihirapan ka rin talaga, especially with the powerful hitters you have.
That's correct, and it has always been the reminder of these coaches to look and read actually where that ball will be directed to. Hindi mo lang titingnan, actually babasahin mo. That is the correct term for it. At hindi nga doon nabasa that time ang atake dito ng Lyceum. And we have right there looking.
Jonna Dolorito with another hit. Making do again of the set she was given. It wasn't a perfect set, but she's really able to adjust to anything she's given, which is credits to her for being able to do that. That's when you know a spiker is good, when they're able to adjust to anything.
Camilta naman ang babawi doon sa quick attack. Belaro, rather the Lopez was not able to read that hit. Service error again for San Sebastian. No, that is just a bit of inconsistency when it comes to getting more points. Lyceum here, back-to-back errors from our teams. Ilan na ba yun?
That was back-to-back-to-back.
Twice service error for both actually.
Errors starting to pile up for both teams and untimely as well.
As we go to our second technical timeout, 16-13, it's LPU on the upper hand.
Lamang sila sa set eh. Lamang pa sila sa puntos ngayon. Nakaka-afford kayo magtapon-tapon ng service. Napakahirap yung turuan. Sinabi ko na sa inyo, kayong dalawang quicker, pag Pagkatapos siya mag-service, huwag kayong tumakbo dyan sa loob. Magpaiwan kayo rito. Isa lang naman yung end line eh. Front line na yan eh, oh. Bakit kailangan nyo pumunta dito?
Updated team standings as As of today, UP, Lady Autas, and UE having 2 wins for Pool A. And of course, all the other team standings, you can see and watch their games in our social media accounts.
Going back to that timeout called by Coach Roger, he was seemingly frustrated because as what we keep mentioning, yung mga tinatapon nila ng mga service errors, so crucial at this point of the match.
Mararamdaman mo talaga yung diin when you speak or say it in Filipino, nagtatapon kayo ng service. It's also very synonymous sa pagtatapon ng punto sa kalaban ninyo.
Because that ends up being 3 points for LPU.
Drop. Pero nakita yan dito. And another one ang ibibigay para sa San Sebastian. Ramos from the opposite denied. Santos going on this time, still block at the net. Off speed, didn't work. Tulang, she is rejected. Asking for a check, and that time she is successful. Jonna Dolorito.
I think that was Doguna in that last set.
Yes, Laguna. Nakita mo na yung frustration in that last play kasi ilang palitan na din dito ng atake.
LPU starting to pull away in this 4th set.
Short. Ramos, nabantayan sa net. Doguna, this time it was blocked. Good effort in the middle. Borja able to see that cross court. Good coverage again by Borja. And Ramos getting that point. Kumapit ang San Sebastian in this last rally.
Great attack coming from Ramos. You can see how she was able to adjust to that set kahit medyo buka na yung binigay ni Season on that last play.
This two girls need, to step up and put more effort. But it was, really an excellent kill right there coming from Duguna.
And Duguna is so special because she's not the tallest of spikers, but she can see where to place that ball. Hindi lang puro power. She knows where to direct her hits as well.
Oh, we've been seeing that early on in this set. Chance. Running attack did not work. Ramos. Duguna. Libero was there to cover that attack. From the back. And according to our linesman, it's out.
Great approach though coming from Jonna Dolorito. You can see her wind up and that broad jump actually.
It seemed like an in to us, but call stays ball, and the ball will be with San Sebastian.
That was not over. 4 touches will be called on LPU.
That's 2 points straight earned by San Sebastian. This is Carmela Ramos. From the back, Jaja Tulang, but there was a touch. Coach Roger Gorayev again calling this timeout.
Please lang yan. Kung gusto mong blockin, ituto mo na. Eh, ang kamay nandun sa kabilang court, hindi nasa sarili mong court. Kung bablakin nyo ng todo. Huwag yung half lang yung talon ninyo. Todo yung talon niya, backline siya, tapos ang talon nyo kakapiranggot lang. Todo nyo na. Yung nasa likod ha, huwag papasok dun sa loob.
In that last timeout, we hear Coach Roger Goraya a little frustrated still, reminding his girls na tuwing nagbablock sila, dapat itodo na rin nila and kailangan nilang payungan yung mga spikers ng LPU since they've really been efficient this whole match.
Well, they will have no other time, no time for them para makabawi. Not, they have to do it now. As Lyceum again starts to get their rhythm, and you see how they are enjoying every point that they are gaining. On the other side of the court, you can see somehow the Lady Stags, not really. Parang ang haba na ng mukha nila.
Yes.
They cannot move anymore. But that is a lucky point on their side.
That was an over-receive coming from San Sebastian, and two of the spikers were actually going up for that regalo hit, but it was miscalculated and mistimed as well.
Lack of communication in that. But ito na naman yung nakita natin, frustration na ito kay Coach Roger as again, Kat Santos committed a service error. Floater and service ace. Yes. And you can see that time that is Daya. What you like about this squad of Lyceum is yung pag nakakapuntos yung isa, parang nahahawa yung iba, and that's a good sign.
We saw it as well in the first set, how dominant they were.
From Daya to Dahab getting a point from the front line. This time it's Lyceum at match point. Everybody was expecting that, pero napagod ata si Daya dito, and she just hit that ball towards the net. One set point save here by the Lady Stags. And from another service error, responded by an error, pero it was an advantage for the Lyceum squad indeed, as they are able to finish this fourth set on their side. This is actually, it's the Lyceum winning our match in a four-set game, and we will be discussing what transpired over this when Shakey Super League returns. And yes, there you go. You can see our tally for this fourth match. It's Lyceum of the Philippines taking control of this game 25 to 19, 22 to 25, 25 to 21, and 25 to 18. Ang dami nga nang nangyari dito sa ating laro. Everyone on the team of Lyceum contribute, but we have this particular player who did most and doing the damage of to San Sebastian, and our MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojos now.
Donna Dolorito was really so efficient for her squad today. She had so many emphatic kills, so much power in her game, and of course, her jump serves as well. Hanggang sa table nga natin dito, rinig na rinig yung kanyang mga palo and services.
And this time, maririnig naman natin ang kanyang boses. She is with our courtside reporter, Angel Oclinaria.
Of course, one of the highlights of the game, the best player of the game, the Shakey's MVP of the match, Jewel Dolorito. Congrats, Jewel, on winning. Jonah Dolorito on winning your second match for this league. So, paano ba kayo nag-prepare para sa match na to?
Nag-mindset lang po kami kanina and nag-prepare lang po kami ng service receive namin even though wala po akong service. And ayun po.
Sa second match natalo kayo, ano yung mga naging adjustment nyo for the third and fourth match and to get the momentum and finish it strong?
Sabi nga po kasi ni Coach wag po tanggalin yung composure and maging matatag lang po.
At dahil ikaw ang MVP of the match, magpa-pizza ka naman! From Shakey's, you will get gift certificates and supercard discount and freebies. Any message sa mga sumusuporta at sa buong LPU community?
First of all po, I want to thank God for the opportunity that I have po. And I want to thank my family po and sa mga sumusuporta po sa LPU. Ayun po. Thank you po. And kay Baby Ellie.
There you have it, Jonah Dolorito, the Shakey's MVP of the match. Now back to the panel.
Thank you, Angel, and congratulations to Lyceum of the Philippines and to our MVP of the match. You have Jonah Dolorito. At siya nga yung nakita nating nag-step up in this part of the set. And going back to our first set, hard start ang nangyari dito for Lyceum. You can see everyone trying to contribute and delivering the goods for a coach. Of course, they display supremacy at the onset, and Dolorito narinig na natin at nakilala natin siya umpisa pa lang. But when it comes to the second set, this was when San Sebastian was able to win their first set of in our tournament, able to turn things around, and they are also able to maintain their lead from the start. Makikita natin dito to Doguna staying alive, pero it was the San Sebastian taking over that set. And of course, sa third set naman, it was the error on the San Sebastian, giving Lyceum the lead. And the Lyceum getting that advantage and making every opportunity counts for them. You can see Doguna this time able to make a lot of points. Fourth set, it was a collective effort on the side of Lyceum. Actually, lahat sila nagkakaroon ng contributions right here. Dito nakita natin maraming service errors ang binibigay ng isa't isa, and that just adds, to their points and errors as well. Nakita nga natin, narinig natin doon, sabi ni Coach Roger, nagtatapon sila ng service at puntos. And that is the count for our match for today. It was the Lyceum of the Philippines able to get their momentum and finally able to close out this match. Our scores or numbers for this game?
As we see naman, San Sebastian and LPU, hindi talaga nagkakalayuan yung mga stats natin. We have our attacks 42 to 46. LPU mas lamang sa blocks with 6 blocks and only 1 for San Sebastian. Aces mas lamang din ang LPU. And of course, pare-parehas din yung mga errors nila.
That's correct. Now, we were able to see the on and off performance of this particular game, as these are the games that you will be waiting for and exciting matches we will have in October 15th. First game, San Sebastian and EAC. Second Mapua going up against the Lady Altas. Ateneo de Manila University going up against JRU. And Arellano will be playing against the National University. Kaya naman, all 4 games that you've seen for today, exciting matches again. And on behalf of my partner, of course, Kayla Reyes, and our courtside reporter, Angel Oquinaria, this is Sheila Salaysay, and thank you for watching the 2022 Shakey Super League Collegiate Preseason Tournament.